JJLRacing. This is Junkyard Jenny with you. Today we are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Today is Wednesday. We're going to do some day testing today. We get 3 passes, and this is just basically to get a feel for the car here at lower elevation. We did turn it down just a little bit. It's been wheeling up there at Vandermeer, so we want to turn it down so it doesn't happen here. Hopefully everything will go okay. So we're going to take these 3 passes and see what we can do to this car, and hopefully we'll be able to qualify pretty good. So qualifying will be tomorrow, Thursday. I'll bring you that as well. But right now we're just going to go down and do some test passes and see what this thing can do. So hop on in. Let's go find out what this thing will do. The second thing is that right as the grandstands end, there's a little bit of a wind going on here in Vegas, and right as the grandstands end, I got hit by a gust of wind that I wasn't thinking about, and I just thought, well, okay, something's wrong with the car, so I let out because it kind of shoved me to the right a little bit. This time I'll be anticipating that wind gust, so once it goes right, I'll know it's just wind, and hopefully not let out this time. So we've made some more tweaks to the tune, and hopefully this thing is just gonna fly. So we're going to get back here in the car here in about 15 minutes or so and take another pass down the strip. So yeah, we got some more things to do. I'm going to get that done, and then we'll see you in the car here shortly. Well, we might have had a little too much heat in that one. It just spun right off the line. I didn't even get a good 60 foot. But it looks like a lot of people are having that problem, so we're probably just going to have to turn it down maybe a little bit and see what happens. I don't know. We put a lot on the launch, and clearly it couldn't hold it. So we're going to try this one more time. So back to the pits. Back to the pits we go. Well, I'm not real sure what happened there, but my goodness, this thing was a pig. Absolute pig. I'm pretty sure that I got my ass handed to me by a 235 car. I'm not real sure. I'm going to go grab the time slip and find out what happened there. So that's it for day testing. We have 4 qualifiers. I don't think they all happen tomorrow, but there's some qualifiers tomorrow, so we'll bring you that action as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to go pack this thing up and pour over some data and rack my brain and see if we can't figure out what that was all about. So, anywho, that's what we're doing. So, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey everyone, welcome back to JJLRacing. Today's day 1 of Streetcar Super Nationals here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We entered into 2 classes. We've got the small tire no time and XDR, and we're about ready to head down to the lanes and get those qualifiers going for the day. So the problem with the car last night, what made it such a pig on that last run, was that the dope pressure sensor blew out, and so we were basically running on 0 boost. I think the log said we ran on 5 pounds, so it was pretty bad, but Jeff got it all fixed up, and we are about ready to head down to the lanes here and get started for today's qualifiers. So let's go see what this thing can do. so that was our first time trial pass in no time, and I mean we pretty much knocked it out of the ballpark on that one. I was mistaken when I read my time slip. I was actually reading my reaction time. My 60 foot was a 111, which is awesome. Car's never done that before. Our lapse time was a 4:53, which is really, really good. It did get a little squirrely on me at the end there. I just need to change my behavior once I let off of the gas, and then that way, hopefully that won't happen again. So right now we're getting ready for our first round of XDR, and they should be calling us here shortly. I think there's been a wreck on the track or something, so we got to wait a little while, but we're going to go down for our first qualifying pass of XDR here shortly. So yeah, let's head down there and see what this thing can do.
Mustang, LS powered, single turbo, Jeff Boyd, doing the tuning.
Anyway, so it was not an improvement, but overall for this car, it's still not bad. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. I don't think we have any more qualifying or time trial runs today at all. I'm going to pull the data log though, because it just seemed like something was just not quite right with this thing. So I'm going to pull the data log and see if I can find something. I don't know. So anyway, that's it for today. So tomorrow we go into some more qualifying, and then we get into eliminations. So let's see what this thing can do. All right, welcome back. We're here with day 2 here at Streetcar Super Nationals, and right now we're heading down to the lanes. We're in the lanes for our first small tire time trial of the day. So this will be our second one of the weekend, and I think we get one more today, and then we get into eliminations tomorrow. So we're in the staging lanes. Jeff and Corey made a ton of changes to the car overnight and this morning. I really don't know what to expect, so your guess is as good as mine. So let's go down. Let's get up here to the staging lanes here and get going. Let's see what this thing can do. So now we're in the staging lanes for our first qualifier for XDR. The last pass, the car kind of fell on its face right off the line and then came back, and Jeff and the boys figured out some stuff in the pits, got it fixed. There's a lot of really stiff competition here in XDR, and if we're going to be competitors, we're going to need to step our game up a little bit. So that's what they did. We're in the staging lanes, and we're going to head down for our second qualifier for XDR right now. So let's go. That was fun. I think it was a 460. Hold on. Ugh. I think it was a 460. We'll just call that the time I almost kept up with Flacco. Man, that truck's awesome. That was a fun race. Alright, we're gonna go scale it, get back to the pit, cool it down, and get ready for our, oh, I think it's our third small tire time trial. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go. Alright, so that last pass we had a 109.60 foot, which was really great, but we only ran a 460 on the back end. We did have it turn quite down. We had the ramp kind of spread way out because we're just trying to figure out some fuel issues right now, and I think we got them figured out. So this pass, this is going to be our, what are we doing here? We're doing the no time trial here. This will be a third and final one for the night, and then we'll have one more in XDR a little bit later on tonight. But right now we're going to be heading down to the lanes for that small tire time trial, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll fly. Seems like we're just having a really hard time nailing it down, but they're calling me right now, so it's time to go. So let's head out of those lanes. Alright, I don't know if you can see me or not. I don't know if that helps any. Ignore the dent in my forehead. My headstock does that. Alright, so that pass, I believe, was a 451. I haven't seen the 60 foot or the RT or any of that kind of stuff, but man, that felt really, really good. So, that's it for qualifying and time trials, and we're gonna watch the rest of our friends race, I guess, for the rest of the night and whatnot. So, but man, that was a really great time. That felt really, really good. So I can't wait to pull the data on that and take a look and see what she did. We're still not competitive. I really don't know what else to do to get down into the 4s and 3s along with everybody else here tonight. But, you know, tweaking it. We're just here to have fun. We're not going to win this. So anyway, we are done for tonight. We're going to start with eliminations tomorrow here at Streetcar Super Nationals in Las Vegas. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Here we are, Saturday morning. This is Las Vegas Motor Speedway with Streetcar Super Nationals. So it turns out I got the schedule screwed up. Turns out we do have one more time trial in small tire and one more qualifier in XDR. So we're going to start those pretty early this morning. Right now we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to change the fluids in the transmission and change the engine oil and probably give her 8 new spark plugs. Basically do some maintenance to it. So Jeff's called me, gotta go. See you soon. Alright, we are in the staging lanes now for small tire no time, so we're gonna see how this thing goes. Joey made some some adjustments to the tune-up. I think he cleaned up our fuel and stuff and did a few other little things here and there. So we're going to see what's going to happen with this. And and then we got one more qualifier for XDR coming up in about an hour and a half after that. So here we are for no time, small tire. Let's see what this thing can do. This is time trial number 1. XDR qualifying, one more of those coming up here in a couple of hours, and hopefully we'll get it nailed down on that run. Alright, we're back at it again. We are going down for our final qualifier for XDR. Didn't really do anything to that tune because I just need to drive it. So we're going to try to drive it this time and see what happens. So heading down there now. And hopefully this thing is going to fly. I keep saying that every time, but you know, we're getting faster and faster every time, but hopefully this time we really do go fast. So.
XC75?
Huh?
The XC75?
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we are in the staging lanes. This is Elimination 1 for small tire, no time. And I pulled Armin over here. He's got a 57 Chevy. He's been 442 today. So this should be a really, really good race. Let's see how this goes. I'm probably going to have to tree the out of him, but, you know, we all know what happens when I try to tree the crap out of somebody. So we'll, I mean, I'm just going to race my race. I'm just going to do my thing and cross that we win this one and go into the next round. So yeah, so here we are in the staging lanes. We're heading down there right now. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Wasn't so great. So we're out of small tire and we're gonna be doing XDR next. So either we got to get the wheelie control to work or we got to put some more weight on the nose because that's not gonna cut it. So anyway, back to the pits. Let's go. Alright everyone, we're back for XDR. This is Eliminations 1. I pulled William Clark on the ladder. William Clark so far is a no-show, so we might be running this one solo. It appears there's a lot of no-shows here on XDR. I'm counting 5 cars that are sitting here waiting for partners, so hey, you know what? It happens. It's racing. So anyway, we're gonna head down to the lanes, get into the water box, and get going on this. Hopefully he shows up. I'd like to race somebody. If not, we'll take that round win. So see you on the other side. Alright, we had a 441, so we're, you know, making baby steps, little improvements there. We just cleaned up the fuel a little bit on the back end, but I also think the track conditions were what made up the difference on it this time, for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know. Opponent doesn't show up and we get that round win regardless. It was an absolutely wonderful pass. I had to drive it a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. So we go into round 2 of eliminations tomorrow morning. That's it for us for tonight, so we'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, it's Sunday morning. We're back here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Streetcar Super Nationals. We're going to be in XDR Eliminations round 2. Doing some minor adjustments to the car this morning. Ahead of that, I'm probably going to tweak the tune a little bit. We'll see. So yeah, we don't even know who we're up against yet, and we probably don't race for another couple of hours, so we've got some time to do some little things here and there. So we'll come back to you here in the staging lanes shortly, and hopefully we'll get this thing to fly. Let's go. Alright, here we are. We are finally in the staging lanes. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. We've had a whole bunch of delays all day long. But we're finally here for our second round of eliminations for XDR, and I pulled over here this James Lawrence. He's got a 69 Camaro. He's been 428. At least that's what I saw, maybe even faster. I don't know what other classes he's ran, but I saw 28. So we've got our work cut out for us. They're rolling us up now, so we're going to go ahead and get up there and see what this thing can do. So let's head down there. Well, unfortunately, that's not the way we wanted to end our day, but I mean, you know, it's still pretty good. I mean, we clicked some serious numbers off this weekend. I mean, that was an 037 light, which is the best I had all weekend. My 60 foot was a 114, and our elapsed time was a 444. So, I mean, and he did do a 425. So, you know, that's all right. We came to Las Vegas. We had some fun. Corey is still up. We get to watch him do some. Maybe another round or two. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for us from Las Vegas Motor Speedway Streetcar Super Nationals. Had a great time, and we'll keep you updated over the winter. Let you know what changes we're going to do. After seeing all these cars here, I think we're going to have to make some pretty big changes. So we'll see. Got it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
60 slow.
No, 114. Wasn't great. I know, right? You see me drive it?
Yeah.
I drove it. I never let out. I don't think I did.
40s and 50s all week long. And it still runs and drives itself back into the trailer.